Hello. Hi, everyone. I will give it a few minutes. I think what I'll probably do is actually go in and like edit down the beginning of this video because I do want to give people a few minutes to pop on if they choose to. So if you're available, I did not announce this live on YouTube. I promise you guys, eventually I will get better at that. Hi. If you're here, please say hi in the chat section. I am so excited to be able to do this live video today. We're going to chat a little bit about the obesity code. And as you guys can see from the title of the video, we're going to chat about how you're managing your health, if you're managing your health proactively or reactively. So I'll give it a few more seconds. If no one pops in, that's fine. I'll chat for a bit and then you guys can just comment like once you come back and watch the video, let me know what your thoughts are and we'll go from there. So as I mentioned, I'll give it a few more seconds and then I'm just going to start, chatting away. I know I should do a much better job at like announcing lives, but right now I'm just in that season of trying to do what works best with the work schedule. And this is what we have for today. So come on in, come on in. And again, like I said, I'll just go in and just edit the first part of the video down. So, all right, guys, we're just going to go ahead and get started. My name is Felicia. I'm a physical therapist and a health and wellness coach. And in today's video, as you can tell from the title, I wanted to chat with you guys about how are you managing your health? Are you managing your health proactively or reactively? And you guys know I mentioned in a previous video that I was going to start reading the Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung. Well, I've only gone through like the foreword and look, I am in love with this book already. Like I feel like this book may have the ability to like change my life and also not just change my life, but the way that I can help my family and like friends. I'm so excited, you guys. So so the foreword is as far as I've gotten, and the foreword was written by Dr. Timothy Noakes, and he talks about the reason why Dr. Fung wrote this book. So Dr. Fung is a Toronto physician that specializes in like renal and kidney disease. He's a nephrologist. And what really just kind of like, when I was going through this was when we talked about, with Dr. Fung, there were a couple things that he like just kind of like stood out to him. And he was just kind of like curious as to why we were treating, I say we, when I say we, I mean medicine. I was not even a part of this, but like medicine. Why in medicine were we treating patients? It was as if we were treating things like reactively instead of proactively. And as I mentioned, he's a nephrologist. He works with patients that typically he manages the care of patients that typically are like on end stage dialysis, renal kidney dialysis. I'll try to make this like, I like to use as many layman terms as I possibly can. So that's what I'll be doing here in this video. So for those of you that don't know, dialysis, kidney dialysis, renal dialysis is basically when you have an individual and like their kidneys, because the kidneys typically like filter out toxins and, you know, all of the stuff like for the body. It's your filtration center. So he works with a lot of patients that are going through dialysis where you basically have like machines and things that does that for them because the body can't do it for themselves. And like what he was identifying was that the issues like were coming from like things from 10 to 20, 30, sometimes even 50 years. Like these were like, there were underlying things going on so many years before. And then he was just kind of like, why are we treating it like after the fact? Why are we not looking at ways in which like more like preventative care? And as soon as I saw like about the preventative care, I was like, yes, because as a physical therapist and as a health coach, we're always looking at like preventative. Like, yes, we do have some patients that we treat after the fact, like as far as like knee surgeries or different things like that. But usually we're really looking at like preventative care. We're trying to avoid falls before they happen, or trying to just like avoid so many things beforehand. So this was just so amazing to me as I was reading that. Um, he learned that two key lessons during his studying was that type 2 diabetes was like a single most commonest cause of kidney failure, right? So like if you're treating all of these patients that have kidney failure and then you identify like, wait a minute, one thing that they're having in common is diabetes, then doesn't it make sense? The next thing is like, okay, like how can we prevent diabetes? So this was just like so important. And like for me, it's so important because I have a family history. Hi, Tina. Yay, I'm so glad that you're here. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, Tina, for joining me. So I have a family history on both sides of my family of kidney disease. I have people that are on dialysis in my family. I have a family history of diabetes. So I'm just like, boom, like my mind is just blown and I'm so excited. And then he also mentions that, as I said before, renal dialysis, it basically, it's like treating something that had been laying not dormant, because I'm sure they were seeing, symptoms, experiencing symptoms beforehand, but you're treating something that had just been there for such a long period of time. So it's like, if we can just work backwards, right? If we could just work backwards and treat these precursors, like imagine how many less people, like even in my case, I'm just thinking like, if I can do the things to prevent, even I'm not diabetic. I have, one of my physicians years ago mentioned something about insulin resistant, but I am not diabetic. So, and even now, like I am not diabetic. So I'm thinking like, if I can start doing things now, right? Like if I can be proactive about my health instead of like waiting until I'm diabetic and then trying to treat things backwards, I'm like, wow, Felicia, you can really like change your life. And don't forget that you guys, whenever you're changing, so like I know people talk about money a lot and wealth and like how you can change your family tree and like how you can be the one to create generational wealth and all of these things. But also think about like if you can be the one in your family that changes like those genes, right? So that what's being expressed is no longer, like that is freaking amazing. So I think it is so important for us that if we have the opportunity and space to kind of sit down and like start looking at ways in which we can proactively manage our health. So something else that stuck out to me, I wanted to talk to you guys about was, oh yeah, so about the insulin and glucose and all of that, we're going to talk about that in another video. But I did write down a few more things because I know a lot of you guys are currently on your weight loss journey. And if you're familiar with my channel, I'm actually on a 100-pound weight loss journey myself. So I just kind of wanted to mention a few things to you guys regarding like obesity. I know some of us are like in the overweight category, some of us are in the obese category, some in morbidly obese category. But wherever you are, first of all, I want to commend you for even like deciding, like making the decision that you want to improve your health. I want to just applaud you for that because that takes courage within itself. And for those of you that are trying to lose like major amounts of weight, like I'm trying to lose 100 pounds. I've already lost 43.6. I think that's where we are. And but that takes a lot of courage, and that takes a lot of consistency and discipline. So congratulations, guys. And even if today's your first day and you're finally like, okay, I'm gonna do this for myself, congratulations to you. I am so proud of you. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but obesity is actually like a precursor for so many other diseases. And like in so many of our patients, we see where like obesity is like an underlying or either a comorbidity. So, for instance, we usually see obesity. It can lead to high blood pressure, or you guys may have heard it called hypertension. It can lead to like high LDL cholesterol, low HDL cholesterol. It can lead to type 2 diabetes, which we've talked about, coronary heart disease, could lead to that as well. Strokes, osteoarthritis, we see that so often. And as far as like osteoarthritis goes, if you guys can just imagine, on your weight bearing joints, such as like your knees or your hips or your back, when you're carrying extra weight, like it definitely causes like more friction on those bones. And it can just cause like a lot of breakdown and like some, cause like in this case, osteoarthritis, sleep apnea. Many individuals that have sleep apnea are also overweight or obese or morbidly obese. And this is just a generalization. It doesn't mean that because you have one, you automatically have the other. I'm just generalizing to kind of give you guys like a big picture view of a lot of the things that we're seeing. And by you deciding to take care of your health and manage it like proactively versus reactively before we even get to all of these areas, you're already doing something quite amazing for yourself. And then also, mental illnesses. And again, this doesn't mean everyone, but sometimes we do see that patients that are obese, sometimes you see increased anxiety or depression or other mental disorders. And then there's also pain and the quality of life. And if you guys can imagine, if you're carrying an extreme amount, like even for myself, I'm not a person that typically has pain. But at the beginning of my journey, when I was 260 pounds, I was starting to have a little bit of low back pain. I didn't have it at rest. When I was doing nothing, there was no pain at all. But what I noticed was that whenever I would start going walking around 1 mile or so, I would start to get like low back pain. And I knew for myself, I had just gained too much weight. I was too chunky, seriously. And that's not in a bad way. And I'm not being like derogatory towards myself because self esteem is definitely there. But I had just gained too much weight. So I definitely had to like lose some of that weight. And as I lost the weight, I'm back pain free again. It didn't take a long period of time. I would say maybe after the first like 5 to 10 pounds, the pain started to go away, which I think is incredible. And that's part of what I want to do as a health coach is that I know that there are a ton of people out there that want to lose weight, like to get snatched and to look a certain way. But I am the coach that's out there for the individuals that want to lose weight, like so that you have decreased pain, you have an improved quality of life. You guys have seen here on the channel that since I have been losing weight, I've been going hiking. Like I'm doing cartwheels over on Instagram Reels, like my quality of life. And I'm not going to say never, but I'm not a person that's been like sad or like feeling bad for myself or feeling depressed. I've been happy the entire time. I just feel that as I'm losing more weight, my quality of life is improving because I'm able to do more. So you guys, I am so excited. Like I hope you guys are just as excited as I am when you think about by you choosing to take control of your life and by you choosing to eat better, become more active, do more things that you can manage your health proactively versus waiting until something traumatic happens and then you've got to go back and do things reactively. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. Tina, thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. Tell me a little bit about you. Are you currently on a journey? Are you just trying to stay as healthy as you can? What's going on with you? I would love to hear. If you guys pop in, let me know what kind of journey are you on. And I think it's amazing too, once you do hit, like for instance, when I hit goal, I am really looking forward to maintenance. I am because when you're in maintenance, you know, I hear people say a lot of times like maintenance is harder than actually getting to the goal. I don't know. I think for some of us, like when you've worked so hard to get to where it is that you're trying to go, maintenance, I'm not going to say it's a piece of cake, but I'm looking forward to it because to me, number one, like getting out of that whole obese category within itself, it makes me feel better because it decreases my chances for a lot of the things that we talked about here, right? So that's exciting. And then maintenance for me gives me the opportunity to like fine tune on even more things. Like um it gives me the opportunity to play with my body even more. Like, so let's say for instance, if you're like at a good level, but then you want to go optimal. Like that's what I'm looking forward to in the maintenance phase. Tina says, yes, she's on a healing journey. I will also like to lose 10 pounds along the way. That's awesome. Yay. So what are you currently doing? And I love that healing journey. You know, Tina, I love that you said that because so many times people jump in to like a weight loss journey. Even for myself, when I first started, like, yes, I wanted to lose weight, but once I decided that I truly wanted my body to heal, like from the inside out, like I don't know. There was just so much freedom into that. It kind of took a little bit of the pressure of the number off, and it helped me to appreciate. So, like, let's say, for instance, when you're really truly looking at healing, then let's say that you have a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks where you're not losing any weight at all, but you know that you're feeding yourself well, you know that you're doing the things that you should be doing. You can still appreciate the fact that, oh, well, I'm well hydrated, my sleep has improved. Like you can appreciate all those, what we would call non scale victories, versus when you're just looking at that number on the scale and you're like, oh, this is a weight loss journey. I've got to lose 100 pounds. And like, each time you're looking for that number to go down, to me that kind of sometimes takes away the appreciation for all the other areas that you're improving in your life. So Tina, I would love to hear, like, are there any other areas that you've been improving outside of just like losing the weight? Have you noticed any other improvements in your life? Currently intermittent fasting, focusing on becoming more consistent with an 18-hour fasting window. Awesome. That is so good. And now that I know that you're actually also doing intermittent fasting, which is another reason I cannot wait to continue to dive deeper and deeper into this book. And I will be sharing it with you guys along the way. But as you know for yourself, intermittent fasting, like there are so many benefits. Yes, weight loss is one, but you guys, like, I'll be honest, I feel that I have so much more energy. My attention span, like, I'm able to focus like so much better than I did before. I feel that like, they talk about like appetite correction. Like, I feel that before before I started fasting, I didn't really like those hunger signals. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say control over them because they still come, but like I don't have them as frequently or as often as I did before. So I am loving that. And then also with intermittent fasting, I feel like I don't know, I feel like my skin is better. My Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. My hair is like it's growing so fast, and I won't say like it's all from intermittent fasting. It could also be that I'm just eating well as well. But I've noticed like over the last few weeks, my hair, the last couple months, even I told my stylist, I was like, I think I'm gonna have to come in more frequently than I was before because like I'm just having so many benefits, I'll say over the last about three months or so. I just noticed my hair is just taking off and it's growing a lot faster. And my nails, so I'm a physical therapist and sometimes I have to do like soft tissue work with my patients. So I try to keep my nails short. I even keep a nail clipper in my car so that they're not like, super long, but I'm having to clip them a lot more. So yes, I'm definitely noticing a lot of benefits from fasting. Oh, yes, for sure. I am generally feeling better. I love that. My body feels calmer and more rested when I wake up in the mornings. Same. Okay, Tina, let's just be honest here. Do you wake up feeling super skinny? When I wake up, I feel like, ooh. And keep in mind, I'm still 200 plus pounds. But when I wake up in the morning, since I've been fasting, I feel so skinny. And I love that you say you feel more rested in the morning. Same here. My sleep has definitely improved as well. Yes, yeah, definitely seeing so many benefits. Is anyone else fasting? Oh, LOL, I have to pay attention. Yes. Okay. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, I'm telling you, it's like, and sometimes, okay, let's talk about this. So sometimes when we're on our journeys, I I try to encourage um people, especially women, to appreciate the journey. It's not just about the destination. You're going to get there. Like, you're definitely going to get there. But appreciate the journey as well. And I'm one of those people, I will get in the mirror and like hype myself up. I'm like, oh, oh, girl, I see you. I see you. But yes, in the mornings, my stomach feels so flat. And I do not have a flat stomach. It's probably not even flat in the morning. I'm probably making this up in my head. But generally speaking, it feels very flat. I feel lean. I've hydrated very well the night before. So I just feel like, even though I have like, I haven't like washed my face or any of that stuff in the morning, I still go and work out. I've even been, now that I think about it, I've even been making like reels on Instagram without even washing my face. Without even washing my face. But I just feel like since I've been fasting, like there's so much um not just freedom, but forgiveness. There's a lot of forgiveness. Hey, you feel good. Yes, I do. I do. So I've definitely noticed it. I've noticed it since I've been on the journey. I think that in general, when we take care of ourselves, we feel better about ourselves. I don't think it matters like if you're 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 200 pounds, 150 pounds. I think that when we take care of ourselves, we automatically start to feel better about ourselves. So yes. Yes. Tina, what part of are you in the US? Like where do you live? What state? You don't have to like be specific because you never know like who's popping on. But where do you live? I'm just curious as to what kind of weather you guys are having too. I'm sorry, I could have missed it. How long have you been fasting? So I've only been fasting for, hold on, let me open my app real quickly because it hasn't been forever. But my results, I started fasting on August 20th of this year. That was my first fast, and I did 17 hours that day. I was so proud of myself. I use the Zero app in case anyone's curious. I use the Zero app and I set you can do custom or you can use standard. I have mine set for 16 hours. Ideally, I would like to fast for at least 18 hours, but I set it for 16 so that a win is a win. A win is a win, right? So like if I go over, at least I did 16 hours. Um, but so I started on August 20th, 17 hours, 20 hours, 21 hours, 18 hours, 24 hours, 20 hours, 20. So like I'm pretty sure I average about 18 hours, but then I do have some days like in September where I only went 7 hours and then I had to reset it. But I do fast every day, so that's a plus. But yeah, I would like to ideally do at least 18 hours, but currently I try to do at least 16 hours. As of today, I am at 17 hours and 57 minutes. So maybe like after I finish the live, I'll probably break my fast and have something to eat then. But you live in Oklahoma. Okay. Weather has been fairly warm. Oh, nice. Nice. Good for you. Yeah, so I'm in Florida and I love warm weather. I'm okay with hot weather. I'm not a fan of cold weather at all. But I was gonna say I also notice that I feel better like whenever I'm able to get outside. That helps out a lot too. So intermittent fasting, being outside, all of those, that whole combination has helped me in so many ways. It's also helped me to decrease stress. My sleep has improved, as I mentioned before. So yeah, that's basically what I want to talk to you guys about. I wanted you to think for yourself about the ways in which you are currently managing your health. Are you being proactive or are you being reactive? And are you making time Are you making time? And that's what I love about intermittent fasting. So the clients that work with me, first of all, you choose your own way of eating. I don't choose that for you. I don't know. I could, but like I think you would stick to what you choose. So clients that work with me, you choose your way of eating. You choose what type of diet you want to follow. And to me, when I say diet, I don't mean like you're gonna be on a diet, cutting all your calories. No, no, no. I mean the type of eating lifestyle that you want, whether that be keto or low carb or vegan or whatever, just whole foods. You choose that for yourself, right? But the ones that choose intermittent fasting, I always recommend, start off with 16 hours fasted. Or, you know what? For some people, like even my mom, I'll share with you guys, she won't mind. With my mom, I told her to start with 12 hours and then go from there. So she's been so successful. I am incredibly proud of her. So yeah, just start off slow and then make your way up because everyone's different. Everyone's body responds differently. And sometimes it takes a little time to see like what your body will best respond to. I was gonna say something. Oh my gosh. I can't remember. I was going somewhere with that before. I don't know. But yeah, definitely. Oh, that's what I was going to say with intermittent fasting. So I want you guys to take the time to see how you're living your life. Are you living it? How are you managing your health? Are you managing it proactively or reactively? And I want you to take the time, right, to really dig deep. And what I love about intermittent fasting, for those that choose it, you don't have to buy anything. I mean, I've got the book, but like you don't even have to buy the book. Like you could just fast, right? You don't have to buy special foods, pills, potions, none of that. And you don't have to create extra time in your life. I work out, like I walk and work out because I want to, not because I have to, you know? So intermittent fasting is like, it's so low key, but it's so good for you. It's so good for the body, as far as like controlling glucose and like, not dumping insulin all day long. Like there are just so many benefits behind it. And then like from a cellular level, but then you've also heard Tina and I talk about all of the other benefits that we've experienced as well, like external things and also the way that we feel. So yeah, guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Tina, do you have any other questions or comments for me? I really appreciate you joining me on this live. That's so cool. I appreciate that. And you guys, I want to. I want to be able to schedule and announce lives, but I'm not quite there yet. A couple of reasons why. One, I'm trying to work with my work schedule. And two, you guys are not telling me when you want me to go live. Like you're not even telling me days and times or any of that stuff. I appreciate your comments. I do. I appreciate the thumbs up. And if you haven't thumbs up this video, go ahead and do it. Let's see if I can thumbs up. Yeah, go ahead and thumbs up the video so more people can see it. And don't be afraid to let me know. Like we can do like coffee chats and I could do early morning. We can do afternoons are tough. I'm not even gonna kid you guys. I mean, like this time I can do like anytime after 5 moving forward. But like late evenings, that's tough for me. So if you guys just tell me what days and what times. And if you're not comfortable leaving comments here on YouTube, just message me. I'm over at Instagram at happily ever after underscore and also Facebook at happily ever I'm sorry, happily ever after living underscore and also at Facebook at happily ever after living. So that's all. Yay! Yay! I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I appreciate you again. And that's all I have for this video, guys. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.